All right, man. Peace. So I'm here watching the nightly news. I came across this little mini segment with this older lady named Vickie Paladino. She had a verbal altercation with the mayor of New York City, Mayor Bill de Blasio, and she really let his ass have it. I can't front. Vickie Paladino, she's on point. She wasn't playing any games, and she seems to know a lot. She seems to know what's going on. So I'm going to let this little mini segment run. Of course, I'm going to chime in.
Queens resident gets into face confrontation with Mayor de Blasio.
Pay your police officers and stop spending it on money to go protest against our country.
The mayor was in Whitestone, Queens yesterday to announce funding to fix city sidewalks. When Vickie Paladino saw him, she stepped out of her car and confronted the mayor about his recent trip to Germany, just hours after police officer Miosotis Familia was murdered. Palladino still has questions for the mayor.
Why did you go to Germany? Why did you stand with the communists, with the anarchists, with the socialists, when you're supposed to be here?
The mayor's office did not respond to requests for comment.
Of course they didn't respond. How are they going to respond to that? That's the truth. And you see what she did? She synchronized all of those ideological beliefs. Communists, socialists, anarchists. Right? This is what I tell you, brothers. When you see these civil rights groups, these so-called movements, they're all fronts for communism, which is nothing but anarchy. All right? For you so-called pro-blacks, your boy Colin Kaepernick, he's an agent of chaos. He's an agent of anarchy. That is his job. They want to bring a new order out of chaos that is established. It's known as the Hegelian dialectic. This guy, Mayor Bill de Blasio, he's a pawn of the socialists. All right. His wife is a so-called black woman, allegedly a former lesbian who converted back to heterosexuality when she got with him. And they got some bugged out looking son, and I think a daughter also, but I can't. But I know they got a son because he runs around with a crazy looking afro. But yeah, man, the chick was on point. Let me rewind it back because she was bringing it.
Comment for the mayor.
Why did you go to Germany?
Yeah, Bill, why was you in Germany, man? I agree with Vickie. Why did you go to Germany? He was over there in Germany to protest Trump. And this is what I said before. There's something going on with the Trump administration. He's not in line with the international bankers to some degree, because that's why they've set their dogs on him. Their dogs being the mainstream media, as well as many of these so-called politicians. They're all in the pocket. They're all in the pocket of the international bankers. Something going on with Trump. Like I said, Trump is a Zionist, so don't get it twisted. It's not like I'm saying that Trump is a blip in the matrix. I'm not saying that at all. But there's an incongruence going on with him, and they're sicking all their dogs on him for whatever reason. Like I stated in the past, he represents the old guard of so-called white male authority. He's he's not willing to compromise. He's not willing to tell people what they want to hear. And he's not going to stand there and promote so-called liberal platforms like the homosexual movement and feminism and things of that nature. He's trying to get right to the point to a degree, and what he believes is the point. He has a series of campaign points that he's trying to achieve, and he's not here to kowtow to a lot of these liberal bullshit groups. So they don't like him, and they don't like that. All right? So they're sicking their dogs on him. De Blasio, in my belief, is a pansexual. For a so-called lesbian to marry you, most likely, you're a pansexual as well. All right? So they probably both swing, not just both ways, but every way. But this lady's on point. Let me rewind back a little rant again.
President gets into face confrontation with Mayor de Blasio.
Pay your police officers and stop spending it on money to go protest against our country.
See, she understands that communism, the communists are trying to infiltrate America, which they really already have. I shouldn't say trying to. America pretty much is a semi-socialist society. It's pretty much a socio-capitalistic society. But she's tearing into his ass. Got her little linen shirt all wrinkled up. She ready for war.
The mayor was in Whitestone, Queens.
Look, she stepped up in his face too. Why were you in Germany?
Yesterday to announce funding to fix city sidewalks when.
And you'll normally see a ratio like this. It'll normally be one person who knows what's going on, and the other 200 people are sheep. They don't know what the hell's going on. They're just happy to see a politician come into their neighborhood. That's how they make the people who know what's going on look crazy.
When Vickie Paladino saw him, she stepped out of her car and confronted the mayor about his recent trip to Germany, just hours after police officer Miosotis Familio was murdered.
Now, when you see a guy like him go to Germany, it's because they have plans for him. They have plans for de Blasio down the line. And they're trying to cultivate a cult of personality for him so that in the case that they want him to run for a higher office, people know who he is. Okay? So he's just a shill for the bankers. He's a shill for their super liberal ideologies that they want to push, pansexuality and a lot of socioeconomic reforms revolving around inflation and the lessening of the value of the dollar, things of that nature, excessive spending. That's basically all he's going to be involved in. And that's why he was in Germany.
Paladino still has questions for the mayor.
Why did you go to Germany? Why did you stand with the communists, with the anarchists, with the socialists?
See, this chick is, she knows what's going on. You can see she got a sharp look in her eye, too. It's broad know what time it is. I wonder what that little amulet is on her chain. But anyway, she's on point.
When you're supposed to be here.
The mayor's office did not respond to requests for comment.
He's not going to respond to no request for comment. A comment in regards to what? If he was to try to respond to her comment, that would validate her argument, right? He's going to ignore her and make her look crazy. That's you guys' job. You guys' job is to make her look like she's a nut job. All right? But as far as her statements there, she was on point. As far as the rest of that shit that she's, probably believes in and represents, who knows? I'm sure she's just another, conservative, quote unquote conservative Caucasian that, wants it to be like it was back in the mid 50s and 60s when she was growing up. When a nigga walk in the neighborhood and get pelted with rocks upside his head. But that's neither here nor there. Vickie Paladino, salute to you. You know what's going on in regards to the socialist, communist, anarchist movements. But anyway, peace.